Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to the Sean Atwood channel. I'm Ron Swanson. Here to have a little chat today about this lawsuit. Mad. Absolutely mad. We touched on some of the headlines yesterday, and it never clicked in my brain whatsoever that this was the same lawsuit. We've got our boy Big Homie, Jaguar, a few other people getting dragged into this. And I think what I'd like to do is discuss a little bit about the tactics of the cabal, the other side, shall we say. Because we're no stranger to people dragging people to try and destroy their name. And it's clearly what we're looking at here. So Big Homie has responded on his Instagram. We're going to take a look at that. But before we get started, I just want to say, how are all you guys doing? How are you? Because I tell you something, March is feeling a lot like January. Okay, that's all I'm saying. It's feeling a lot like January. But I think the main thing for us to point out with the Big Homie scenario is, I think this is the third or fourth time that they've tried to pin a lawsuit like this on him, according to Big Homie. And I'm proper out the loop with the Big Homie and not Big Homie, the Diddy lawsuit. So let me just adjust my volume. Testing. Right, here we go. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty wild, right? And obviously knowing Big Homie, and don't say that January sucked bad. Yeah. Well, we're listen, Ron's in January 2.0 right now. So I mean, we've seen firsthand Big Homie's approach, his mindset when it comes to PDF files, when it comes to people that don't treat women with respect, shall we say. So to think that Big Homie would be mulling about outside while a GRing is taking place, and for him to just be like, cool, it really does not add up whatsoever in my books. Now, Big Homie, his Instagram is right here. I believe someone just shared it, but I'll share it again. All the links are down in the description. So here's the thing, Kim, right? Let's talk a little bit about, we don't even have to look at this from the real world. If this was just a Netflix show, right? At some point in the story, the heroes have to get over a controversy. Empire Strikes Back. You know, the middle section of the saga tends to be when there's a fumble or there's a hurdle to get over. And I feel like that's where we're at. You know, they're throwing whatever they can to see what will stick. And it ain't sticking. It really ain't sticking. Now, one second, everyone. All right. So that one's no longer available. We've got that recorded. Right. Okay. So over the last few weeks, I keep getting asked a few questions. Oh, I keep getting asked a few questions. I'm going to address everything right now. Be on point. I'm selling out clubs, packing out meet and greets, and getting hella views, or pulling up to the trenches city by city. I don't play. So here's his response.
When it comes to this lawsuit I've been listed in, they just filed this lawsuit 3 different times.
3 different times.
When it comes to this lawsuit I've been listed in.
All right. Luckily, I kind of assumed this was going to happen. So just give me a second. All right. So like I said, we just read through this one.
When it comes to this lawsuit I've been listed in, they have filed this lawsuit 3 different times. Each time I countersued and they dismiss it. It's complete nonsense. And it's going to teach you not to harm your brother. It's going to teach you to.
Yeah. And yeah, I recorded it all. Don't worry. It was I had a weird feeling that they disappear after you watch them. How we doing, Lisa? Is this victim thinking, oh no, Uncle Ron, the dead bodyguard? Not, but I don't know. Oh, nah. Listen, I think this is a straight up obvious psyop or try to decredit, derail all of this stuff, you know. And you know, it's Jaguar as well. And you know, I got to know Jaguar through the channel last year, and Big Homie, and a little bit Jaguar's partner, Odell. And I listen, Kim, I can't remember the exact quote, what it was, but it's possible that it was at events he done security, Kim, but again, don't quote me on that. I genuinely can't remember. It was in one of the interviews. But I know that Big Homie as a person, right? You'd be very, very hard pressed to try and convince me that genuinely Big Homie isn't the Big Homie that we all see on the internet. Apart from his retribution and his wrath, that doesn't appear on the internet. But he was at parties for security of certain women. There we go. That's from KLG. I think he said he busted in and got a woman. Oh yeah, there's been a few occasions where he's told stories about busting in and dragging women out. If I'm being honest, yeah. So I just don't buy this. Am I too close to the source? Probably, but it's just a wild one. Now, 1 second. Now, there's a lot of people from the past and the present that would love to see Big Homie, love to see Jag. All these people, shut up. Like, shut up. Because, oh yeah, Beverly would have seen through it, yeah. You know, what better people? Like, if you could pick 2 people, right? If you were part of the Didosphere, if you could pick 2 people to just, you know, Jag's definitely the top of the list, right? But it's going to take more than a few accusations in a lawsuit to worry Jag or worry Big Homie. It's not their first rodeo in the slightest. You know, in fact, I imagine they're both surprised that it's taken this long for the shenanigans to begin, because you know, Big Homie speaks about various things. You know, the Didosphere. He talks about the elites. He talks about the occult. He talks about off-worlders and various other interesting forms of humanoids. Ryan Lowe, I don't think he does, man. Drusky's all right, is he not? I mean, I don't really know Drusky very well, and I've seen him on social media. Yeah, 100%, 100%. You know, and for Jag especially, this ain't going to be her first time around the block. Girl just got an award last month, so The lawsuit is BS, 100%. But it just shows you. It just shows you the tactics that are used by people, discrediting people, whether it's lawsuits, YouTube, mainstream media, whatever. You know, excuse me. We've seen it with, and I hate to go back to this, but the Meghan Markle scenario. You know, when we as a community entered into the royal sphere, shall we say, we never realized there was this paid army of crazy that follows that whole community. You know, but the lawsuit, man. I don't know how much of this Sean went through last night, or if he went through how much of it he went through. Yeah, I need to read through all this. Let me know how much of it was read through. After mulling it over. He read the lawsuit. Okay. Thank you. That's fine. Yeah. Are there two? No, there's. I think it's just the one, mate. You read it all. Yeah, that's fine. Right, nice one. Well, I won't make you sit through that again. We'll just we'll have a little chat amongst ourselves for a little while. I do believe I'm going to be putting up a second show today for doing a little catch up with the Julia stuff. But what do you guys think? I mean, I think we're all sort of in the same conclusion of a load of nonsense, distraction, trying to derail, trying to defame people. Wait, hold up. I got you. Let's sue Adria, the lawyer. Okay. Well, I would imagine. I mean, I think Big Homie went on to say that he countersues. Jaguar was in prison at the time that they say. Yeah, the derail the Diddy case. Because I mean, I would imagine, right, that if they can put something out there that discredits the people who are most vocal, or of the highest position to fall, it's wild, man. Someone screwed with their case. Amazing music. Okay. So am I right in saying that the lady who this is the lady who was on the Sean Atwood show who had like the green top on and the big shades, right? What the hell was her? She not using a pseudonym as well. Sorry, I'm really behind in all this. It's back, Lisa. You just need to check the website. You just need to check the website. I was intimidated by Jag the first time you had her on the show. Jag is kind of intimidating. Not gonna lie. Want to know whether fake cops on the street and no calls about the gunshot. Yeah, that's a good point too. And that's the gunshot that allegedly went off from the pew pew that was being held by Big Homie, I do believe. It just yeah, defendant Big Homie.Cc then turned the pew pew back on the defendant Diddy. Plaintiff, not far behind defendant Big Homie.Cc, tried to grab defendant Big Homie.Cc's hand that had the pew pew, and the pew pew went off and hit a hill behind defendant Shane's residence. This bit here. Yeah. I'll be honest, man. I'll be honest. I think for a lot of us who are new to the Jag saga and new to all of this, you know, it's kind of shocking for us. It's like, whoa, this is a lot for anyone to deal with. But I genuinely feel like for Jag and Homie and for a lot of these people, it's just another day in the office, man. Like I really do. I'm not diluting it, but I think I just don't think this is the first time or the first rodeo. We know this is the third time at least for Homie. So JC, welcome, welcome, welcome. It's Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? It's Tuesday, mate. Freaking me out, man. Freaking me out, unless you're in Australia, which you probably are. Yeah, does anyone remember the name of the lady when she was on the show? I swear it began with an A. I just can't remember what the hell it was. How we doing, Diana? I think Adrielle. That was it. Okay. She felt disrespected and now she's going for the jugular. I mean, is she? I'm in Australia, my G. Ariel, that was it. Yeah, Justice is the one. Hell yeah. I hear you. I hear you. Mate Sunendra? You got that right? Courtney's Adria. Courtney's solicitor. Do you know it's wild how many people have been on the show. I could be talking about Ariel. Ron needs to check up on the names. She was Courtney's lawyer. Yeah. Just check something on this. Okay. So many people's names on this lawsuit. Damn. I don't know, mate. Tinfoil hat. I mean, your guess is as good as mine. Lamisha. Right. Okay. Right. So there is the lady whose lawsuit this is in, right? Ashley Parham, I believe her name is, right? And two others. And Ariel Mitchell is the lawyer, right? Yeah. Ariel's the attorney. Yeah. That was also freaking Courtney's lawyer. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I didn't mean Ariel the lawyer. I meant the lady who was on the show who said she'd done everything and wanted her career or something. She felt like she was owed something. So Ariel's a lawyer, but what was it? Was it Adrina or something like that? I'm so bad with names. Adria English. Yes, Adria English. Adria was on. Yeah, okay, good. See, too many A names. So Adria, she's nothing to do with any of this, right? It's Ariel, the lawyer, that's involved in this, and I'm getting the two names mixed up, right? I think that's right. Yes. Okay. Right. Nice one. Thank you. That's pretty mad. So this is Courtney's lawyer. Let's put this all together. Right. So is Odell Beckham Jr., is that Jaguar's husband? Or is that a different Odell? Ariel's the lawyer. Yeah. What? No. No, different one. Okay, good. Okay, good. Not that Ron is confused. Okay. But at least the side chat. At least you guys know what you're doing. Okay. It's a football player. Yeah. No, I wondered that. I just wondered because I was like, okay, well, that's the next thing. That's the next thing. Okay. He plays in the NFL. Okay. Okay. Yeah, like I say, I'll read through the rest of this and get called. Yeah, Jack's husband is Wolfgang. Yeah. It's not Wolfgang. Okay, that's fine. Okay, he's not a football player. That's fine. No, I just thought I'd check. Well, whilst we were just getting Ron caught up, I thought I'd just double check that one too. But I mean, listen, there's a lot at stake here, and you know, I'm not necessarily talking about Diddy or the Diddysphere right now, for legal reasons. But Big Homie, yeah, Odell's not a common name over here. No, for sure. Plus, they've both got beards as well. Like well, in saying that, do they have beards? I can't remember. It doesn't matter. Anyway, they both got this. They both got similar names, and I just thought I'd ask. So, what Jaguar and Hobie both talk about, right, isn't just this harshness of treatment of women. Okay, it isn't just a conspiracy to witness PDF escapades. It's witnessing something above that. It's the occult side of things. It's this ritualistic side. And I mean, I say allegedly seen or allegedly know about. When I talk about Big Homie, I'm really talking about the tall, white, skinny dudes and the weird things he's seen being chanted. Cryptid Fighter, thank you so much. Thank you so much. That he's seen out and about. And things that Jags talked about and seen. Things that Ali Carter has spoken about. I'll put some information up for you now, Cryptid. My emails are a hot mess. I'm not going to lie. I'm currently trying to persuade somebody into helping me with that. I think Dan's going to sort. Here we go. Wait. What the hell's going on here? Oh, yeah, here we go. Right, yeah. You should get an email in here. Yeah, there you go. It's at the end. Make sure you put something that when you tell me to look for your email in the subject, I can quickly search the subject of it. Yeah. Yeah, man. I'm telling you. Read Matlock. A name like that will not pop out the blue. Oh, Kathy. Let's change it from wrench to cog because there's already YouTube terminology for wrench, which stands for the moderators, right? So yeah, you know it. And you know, some people will be getting targeted and not realize who is behind a paycheck, if you will. You know, we've had a number of people be accused of being paid by a certain individual. You know, last name is Z. And Big Homie's talked a lot about what he's witnessed around a certain very famous wannabe country hip hop artist and certain members of Hollywood's occult leaders. What is happening, Beverly? How are you? Let me ping you a link as well. Spend an invitation again. Oh yeah. Oh, we've got a very excited Beverly Rhodes here in my DMs this morning. Yep. A couple of stuff. Okay, yeah, nice, Bev. Lots of shout outs for the Bevlar. No, last name Z. The people that, because there's been people on here, Lexi, that have been accused of being paid shills for Jay-Z. There's been all kinds of accusations thrown at some of the guests. But no, I'm not talking about Big Homie or Jag being those guests. Just to be clear. Yeah, plus as well, a lot of you guys have got the gifts as well. And you know, you guys can sniff out the bad apples. Now just bear with me a second. I'm just checking a couple of things on Twitter. Okay, there's so much stuff that Kaza tags me in, right? That I can't show you on Twitter. I would love to. Oh yeah, that's a bit damning, that picture. But yeah, that one I can. That's pretty cool. For me, I'm okay. Brave Ron is well under attack here. Darkness will stand together as warriors of light. I may pop in and say hello, everyone in the chat. Yeah, listen, it's feeling a lot like January. Okay, it's feeling a lot like January, Beverly. Yeah, start it on. Start it. Close it down and reopen it. And check Beverly out on TikTok. Her link should be in the description down below as well as Big Homies, mine, all of that kind of stuff. You can get all the new links and everything for the movement on projectroot.com/project. Projectroot.com/surviving life, the podcast. You'll get all the links for the movement and up to date with what's going on. There's a big update coming this week, so stay tuned for that. I'm ready for 2026. Beverly, I'm a Reiki master and teacher. May I send you Reiki energy? Just out of the shower, fixing my hair. We're watching. Good luck with the hair, Susan. Hells to the yeah. So I just wanted to double check something else. Hang on a second. Okay, 1 second. These freaking ads, man. Here we go. Yeah, so what do you think about this new indictment that they're trying to bring against Diddy for the forced labor of his workforce? I mean, there's another word for that, right? There is another word for that, for people who are forced into work for free. And Ron's not got a clear picture. Okay. Everything he did was for us. Got to go. Thanks, Ron and chat. No problem, Linda. Have a good day. Right, amazing music. Correct. Because that's what that is. Okay, so let's have a little recap here. Holy shizzle, man. Like the timeline of the Diddy story is just mental. Like, look at all this. Like, look at it. Oh yeah, 100% Golden Queen. Like you can smell the conspiracy. Like it reeks of conspiracy. You know? Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Busy. They're awesome. They are awesome. Nova started like so. I mean, last night I'm sat in the living room with her, and she's in her wee bouncer thing, facing up, watching. I think I was sorting out my cards, my collectible cards, right? And this little girl, if I'm not looking at her, she starts throwing her arms up and like doing this like. Does anyone remember like the bicycle kick from Mortal Kombat? That's what she starts doing with her legs. And as soon as I look at her, huge big smile, starts grinning, it's just, it's, oh, you know, it. Do you remember the story of Lenny and Mice and Men, how he would like hug things to death? I really got to watch because I just want to. She's just so adorable, man. Absolutely adorable. So, yeah, thank you for asking. She is top form. Okay, May 16th, 2023. Cassie Ventura filed $30 million lawsuit against Combs. Okay. Anonymous plaintiff accused Combs and another songwriter, Aaron Hall, of R-ing her and a friend in the 90s. A woman named Joe Dickerson Neal alleged in lawsuit Combs or in bad stuff, all bad stuff. Combs was hit with another SA suit accusing a rapper of horrible things again. Producer running the Ron Jones, the rabbit arranged he was subject to unwanted advances associated with Diddy in his direction, was forced to engage in relations. I mean, it just goes on. Former model Krista McKinney filed a lawsuit in Manhattan federal court accusing the rapper of the same stuff. Plaintiff April Lapros accused Collins again, same stuff. The memo filed in New York judge Rodney F. Travonsky accusing Combs of conspiring of setting fire to an unnamed person's car using a Molotov. What? I mean, do you know it's like a freaking movie. Like it is like a freaking movie plot, man. It's like the ultimate super villain, right? And not like a fun. The movie's over. Oh, we can disconnect from that because he paints the Joker mask paint on his face, and it's all a bit far fetched. But he is literally terrifying night terror level evil villain, allegedly. Someone just said Cabal. There we go. Of course, that dark Cabal would want to remove any folks as possible, helping with finding missing children. As Homie provides the casework, it is obvious the powers in charge will intervene. It's just another day at the office, Bev, right? It's just another day at the office. It's just, this is a very public day at the office for some people involved, if that makes sense. But you know, you should all be proud of yourselves. You should all be proud of yourselves for that developed brains that you have. Bugby 70s rose up to 120 accusers who will file civil lawsuits in multiple states alleging crimes of the same things against Diddy. Busby filed his first 6 lawsuits against Diddy. Parham claimed in a lawsuit she was violently She claimed in a FaceTime call with the Bad Boy Records founder that he'd been involved in the 1996 killing of and he set her up for retaliation. This is dark. Busby filed 7 lawsuits against Combs on behalf of unnamed plaintiffs. Busby filed 2 more lawsuits. Busby filed 5 more lawsuits. It's all the same. This is when Jay-Z got sucked into all. It's just more. 3 unnamed men using the same law. Thomas before I filed lawsuits in New York Supreme Court describing again more of the same. It's just this long racket of the same stuff, and it just keeps going on and on and on. Oh. Yeah, you'd hope so. You'd hope so. But here's the thing, Carlo, right? Let me just not misquote Big Homie. Let's just go back to this. Hang on a sec. It gets to the bit where he's talking. Hang on.
When it comes to this lawsuit I've been listed in, they have filed this lawsuit 3 different times. Each time I countersue and they dismiss it.
Countersue and then they dismiss it. So this is either they've done this 3 times before and this is the 4th time, or this is the 3rd time total. But again, it's hella stressful, 100 million% stressful beyond belief. But you know, it ain't the first time, it ain't the first rodeo, especially for Jag and for Homie. The other folk that have been dragged into it, the Odell and Drewski, so random. So random. But this is going to sound really, really, really wild, right? So I feel like if this is a similar scenario, and if we all believe this is all shenanigans, in this country, it would have been a soccer player or a football player, because Drewski isn't funny at all. Okay. Like I said, I don't know the footballer, the American footballer. It's been a long time since I've followed American football. And Drewski was the only one I recognized, you know, because he's got one of those faces that you don't forget. But again, just from social media, I wouldn't know. Like, if you'd put a picture of Drewski in front of me, I wouldn't have been able to tell you who he was or what he does. I just know his face. If that makes sense. Like, I'm really good with faces. I'm terrible, absolutely terrible with names. Yep. I completely agree. There's threats to a system that's in place that many people haven't got the brain capacity to deal with the knowledge of finding these things out, let alone taking it upon themselves to educate themselves on the truth. Lisa, 100%. 100%. And you know, it'll go down as social media something team or social media marketing or whatever. That'll be a payroll, people with actual payrolls and numbers that are might not even realize what system they're part of. You know? And then keep in mind how much of this can be done from bots and AI now. Not the lawsuit stuff, the online stuff. Because I am telling you, there is stuff now out there. It's the company that I get my internet through. They've started a new AI. It's like an AI old woman, and it's her job to deal with the scammers and the scam callers. So if you think you're getting scam called, you can set it up so that it calls back and this old woman picks up and literally wastes their entire day. You know, it's wild. It's wild. Email, please read. Right, hang on. Let's have a look. Let me have a look. See. Email sent. Please read. We need you. I cannot see it. I tell you what, Sarah, you are not messing around. I have to say. Okay. All right. So I'll keep an eye on my emails just now. Don't worry. And we'll see if that comes through. Yeah, but like I say, the the situation and the individuals that are at the top of the pyramid for Hollywood, for the elites around the world, right the way up to the bloodlines, the families that allegedly are these one percenters. They are starting to clocking on to the magnitude that is the greatest tool that we've ever been given, which is the internet. And we all speak about this great awakening. We all speak about a lot of things, but there's never been more people more convinced of the things that people like myself have been saying for years about the elites, about Hollywood, and this cabal. You know, we heard the word cabal used for the first time in American court something or other last year. Big Homie talks about it in the up and coming documentary, and I think to be honest with you, I think I'm going to try and have that up and locked in and loaded for Friday. Yeah, because there's a lot of information in that told by Bev and some clips of Jag from throughout the time on the channel, and also the interview with Big Homie. But this entire subject, the cabal, this never ending pursuit of young individuals and the ways in which children go missing all around the world. I spoke on a podcast a while, right? Hang on. Cabal simply means tradition, does it? I think a cabal is a group of people who are united in some close design, usually to promote their private views or interests in an ideology, a state or other community, often by intrigue and usually without the knowledge of those who are outside their group. That's the version of a cabal I'm talking about. Let me just slap that in there. So right. We're going to actually do a Julia update later on today and tomorrow. Actually, there's so much in my emails. There's so much, and it just I can't sit here and look at it any longer without doing something about it. So, but man, Sarah, your fingers are on fire. Hang on. Yeah, there's so much I need to go through. But the lady who sent the super chat, I don't have an email from you. Unless it's gone in junk. Hang on. Why would it go in spam or junk though? No, it's not. Oh, wait, I've got it. I've got it. I've got it. Oh, wow. Okay. Eh. Hang on 1 second, everybody. Oh, wow. All right. VL. I will jump into that after the live stream. So yeah, I can't make any promises, but I can do what I can do what I can. Can you share Big Homie's email? I think you can. I think Big Homie's fairly good at getting back to his DMs on what's it called? Instagram. So that's your best bet. I don't want to hand out anyone's information unless it's a public one, of course, but you could also check his YouTube. Sometimes there is emails on YouTube. Hang on a sec. No. Oh yeah, there is. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, this is a public email, just so you know. So I don't know if it works or anything like that, but there you go, mate. Also make sure you subscribe to the Big Homie on the YouTube. Oh yeah. Well, here's the thing, right? Just to sort of put your mind at ease, Golden Queen. If we just even if we remove Jag from this equation, right? Have you heard about the other 3 times that this lawsuit was thrown at Big Homie? Because I sure as hell haven't. You know, do you see what I mean? So I don't even think. I mean, going by Big Homie, this is the 3rd or 4th time the same mess has been thrown at them. You know what I mean? And it never stuck then. Never stuck then. So don't worry too much. Send the positive vibes. That's what to do. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us can get stuck in these spirals of concern and worry. And sometimes we just sort of need a little metaphorical shake. And it's like, well, actually, your time is way better off spent with positive projection than negative spiraling, if that makes sense. If I didn't go too hippie on you there. Yeah, man. The story with me, Bev, and Big Homie, and that goddamn that time where Big Homie was unconscious. It's wild. The whole thing's wild. It really is. I am just reading your guys' wonderful side chat here. Let me just go and see. 1 second, everybody. I still not see my messages. No. When we talk about this upper echelon, and we talk about trying to destroy the names of the people who go after these mofos, the sad thing is even though all of you are super queued up on a lot of things, the average consumer of news, okay, you know, we're lucky because you guys are, you're not really that, you know, you're an intelligent group when it comes to understanding how those that would like to silence a lot of us conduct themselves. Because there will be people out there that will surface grab the news, and that'll be them. And there will be that small pocket. And I believe it was Jag said tiny little fires. Tiny little fires, I think she said. No, you've got to direct people to the website, KLG. Direct people to the website, and the link is there. Thank you for asking. I'll show you here. So tiny little fire. It was something like that. It was something like that. Tiny little fires, little ones, and you know they're so small that you wouldn't really think about them. You know, we're all sitting here brushing this off, but when there's a couple of hundred tiny little fires all going, that's when things get dangerous. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of us. It's a big team. You know what I'm saying? I often say that Beverly and Homie and myself, we're just the tip of the spear that you can see. And the tip is the shortest part of the spear, you know? Hell yeah. Thinking about the LA fires. I need to get into the habit of doing this when I'm reading people's comments so that when people are watching this back, I don't look like a crazy person who's just talking to himself. Appreciate that, Pam. Well, do you know, it's not even wanting them saved, right? I mean, let's be honest. They've perfected the art of, you know, meeting their own supply and demand. Okay, at the top levels for sure, right? I think they're really for the first time feeling the possibility of everything being exposed. Golden Queen. Like, I really feel like someone someone's made some crazy decisions that we've not seen being made before. People being targeted in ways, and the ears that it's fallen on 2025 aren't the same ears that they were falling on before lockdown. I feel like the internet and the public's ability to remain in the dark to this subject was destroyed. Something happened to a lot of, like, I call it like the Facebook power mums, okay? The people that usually didn't pay attention to stuff because they were too busy being mums, right? And there's a lot of them, okay? Metaphorical, single dads too, regular families, mums, dads, everyone under the same blanket, Facebook power mums. The Facebook power mums started going on Reddit, right? There's a whole category of women over the age of like 40, okay? That's 50. Let's go 50. Who haven't even heard the word Reddit before. And as soon as lockdown happened, they were deep. They were deep in it. And people started questioning things. People started questioning things and questioning things. And then they started picking. And then they started picking. And all of those mad days where people were busy with life stopped. Right? Life stopped. And it was interesting that when people were not distracted with the illusions that are created by these elites, they started paying attention to stuff. They started questioning things. And my God, did it go from being an absolute terrifying moment for mankind to a case of the really bad flu really quick. Because I feel like at the beginning of that period was quite scary. But then something happened in the middle where it ended very much like, what? Why were we all freaking out? Like, did anybody get, like, because in the beginning it was scary, man. But with all of that, people just started questioning everything, and it's one thing, right? I don't know. I can do something if you. No problem, Pam. Appreciate that. Like, it's one thing when it's like a long-haired dude on the internet screaming about being a prepper and, you know, ping pong cafes and brothers in the political world who've got dodgy artwork. That's one thing, right? You kind of expect it. Okay. But when it's like Sally Jenkins, middle class mum of three, okay, with like the Land Rover, but, you know, doesn't live in the country, okay, when she starts questioning stuff, okay, and then she starts posting stuff, and then, well, you know, if Sally Jenkins is saying this is a possibility, we should look into this, right? It creates this new social dynamic, because years ago, if you seen Bigfoot in the woods, the last thing you were going to do was go back to your town and talk about it, because you'd be the town nut, right? It's the same mindset, and it has been for so many people for so long, you know. And here's another thing, okay? Trust me, you don't want to be the guy at the party, all right? You don't want to be the guy at the party who's like, oh yeah, hey, pleased to meet you. Oh yeah, I'm running by the way. So have you heard about the Cabal, mate? Child, do you know what I'm saying? No one's listening to that guy, right? No one's listening. So, but how do you not talk about it, right? How do you not talk about this? And I describe it like this: the whole PDF subject, right? Now, Ron just wanted to make camping videos. That one's for you, James. I just wanted to make camping videos, man. That's what I did for years on YouTube. Wild camping, survival, preparedness. That was my MO. And then I witnessed the horror of the dark web. And here we are. And, you know, I tried to step away from a lot of this. And I'll tell you something. I'm taking the way that I'm doing things now is very, very different. Uh, I think for me, my big focus is going to be the movement currently. The message, the movement, the mission, right? Because for me, not having, in fact, you know what? I'll talk about this in our time. We'll talk about this in our time. In fact, I'll probably make a post somewhere that isn't YouTube to talk about a few things because Ron's doing some big picture things. And I really think now is the time for this movement to have the attention it needs. The dark web machine is running now. I still need to get a capture card. I still need to get a little desk for mounting it in here. But I'll be honest with you. We're in the age of AI. And I think a lot of what I do for reporting sites on the dark web might now be outsourced to some clever coding. Because AI can look and read just as well as I can. So there's some interesting things that I'm wanting to toy around with the dark web spider bots and all this kind of stuff. Yes, I need to get a dog. Whoever just said that, Aussie male. Right? Big shout out the Aussies, by the way. Right? Like, it sucks that you guys are so far because, man, I was talking to Dan about this the other night. Where obviously maths is on, right? Okay, obviously. So every time there's a season of maths, I'm like, man, I wish Australia was closer. Like, I just wish Australia was closer. Well, listen, what this one? Sorry, I'm just going to call you Low, okay? Because I'm going to screw every other part of that name up. So when I go on the dark web, I've got my Tor browser programmed so that no images show, no videos play, no thumbnails, nothing. It's just text, right? If you ever witnessed an HTML1 website that was designed within Adobe using the slicing system, where you took a single piece of graphic art and then sliced it into boxes, which then became HTML code, and you removed one of those images, you got an empty box with an error logo up in the top. Imagine that's what you're looking at, but all of the raw input text that users have input, comment sections and forums are all left. And it doesn't take a genius, right, to work out that what these people are talking about from what they're talking about. You know what I'm saying? So I've spent countless hours in my life doing this. Now I really think for the summer I'm going to be focusing on the bigger projects, the bigger operations, seeing if we can implicate these AI bots and spiders and growing the movement. I think that's going to be my focus until Halloween. Yeah, it does enrage me, but do you know what's really I can make myself completely void of emotional attachment to a lot of the investigations that I do. Excuse me, because you don't really need to focus on the horrible stuff. You focus on taking them down, if that makes sense. Like the horrible stuff's absolutely horrible. It's horrible. But luckily I've managed to do all of this without exposing myself to any of it. Look, you have no idea, Aussie Male, how badly I want a new pup. It's just out of my budget right now, sadly. But we'll see what next month brings. Birthday's next month, so we'll see what that brings. So my oldest is a 16 rescue. Left 5 months in the house. Yourself a litter of pups. Wow. I'm looking for a long-haired, all-white German Shepherd, a male one who will be called Storm. It's all predestined. Yeah, no rescue dogs for Ron, sadly. Ron has done the rescue dogs. Ron's done the rescue dogs. Ron has literally owned a dog that he's seen being beaten by its owner in a park, who I then liberated from its owner and was my dog for years. TJ, Staffordshire Bull Terrier. Awesome. But I understand that people are like, there's enough dogs in the world. I see as soon as all my kids have grown up, right? This will probably be the last puppy I get, right? If I'm being honest, because I get what you're saying, right? I do get what you're saying. But this is not a pet. This is a familiar, and it needs to be from the ground up that you get them. If you know what I'm saying. So, but man, I can't wait to have my familiar back. Yeah, I really cannot tell you. The real dogs are in the dark web. They are. Yeah, honestly, staffies are awesome. They're collectively known as the nanny dog by the veterinary services or whatever the hell it's called. The only problem that you have with staffies is they have a photographic memory. So, for example, let's say someone comes to your door and you get into a big argument with them and your dog's around. That dog will never forget that argument between you and that guy. Ever. Never, ever. Ever, ever, ever. Oh, whoa. What's happening? Blue Parrot, what is happening? You know, it's funny you mention the documentaries, because obviously since YouTube sent it all to the Shadow Realm, I want to get everything back on here. Even my most recent one is not here, which is the one with Nico Klaus. But I have found them all. Oh, for the puppy fun. Thank you, mate. Thank you so much. It's African Grey. No, it said Blue Parrot in the name. I was reading the name. I didn't even realize there was a parrot. Hang on a second. Now I can't find it. Where's the little parrot? There it is. See? JG and Blue Parrot. See, I'm not crazy. You're crazy. I'm familiar. Yeah. So, you know, like aches and pains in your bodies, right? Like, hang on a second. Hang on a second, everybody. Yeah, so like ever since I lost Thor, it's the most human that I felt in years, and I hate it. I hate it. A lot. So I'm looking forward to that. Ron, so Kaz, I've been through your tweets. There's a lot of them I can't show, sadly. Shagley, I cannot show them. Because they fall under the QANON category, which is like Insta Shadow Realm now from YouTubes. It's crazy. But Ron's getting itchy, right? Metaphorically speaking. Ron's getting a bit frustrated with some things. I think we're seeing a whole new generation who are not understanding the gravity of a lot of the situations based off of words like PDF file, R, and SA, all these things. I miss talking a little freer. Now, let me just pull up some Diddy shenanigans here. Where are we at? 110. Oh. Yeah, obviously, the news is just swamped with all the recent allegation stuff. But that's wild. It's wild that it's so wait a second. Did we not do a live show with Jag and Big Homie and Courtney's lawyer? Because would she not have already known they were part of the suit by then? Oh, Kaza, I'm loving your new profile. Doesn't make sense. None of this makes any sense. Yes. Okay. Yes, you did. Okay. Thank you. So she sat there knowing this, because I'm assuming that if it was all filed 3 times before this, oh man. That doesn't is that a thing? Do lawyers do that? Oh, I'm just gonna go hang out on YouTube with 2 people who accuse one of my clients of doing horrible things. Like, is that a thing? Oh god, the rescue pup. I tell you what though, if I had more space, I'd have some rescue pups. 100%. 100%. 100%. My G. My G. So, yeah. Allegedly. I'm sure Abramovich is a real swell individual. I'm sure she's super cool. But, get ready for the documentary, which will sum up a lot of things. Yeah, there you go. Well, no, I would. I'd quite like I'd like a bit of land. I'd like a couple of horses. Police horses that need to retire, no problem. Come chill out. Years and years ago, I went out with a girl who she was an equestrian rider, champion equestrian rider. And she was actually the person who got first dibs on all the retired police horses up at her stables. And there was one, what was his name? Goofy or something like that. But he was a Clydesdale, right? And I swear to God, you ain't never seen a horse. Listen, all I'm saying is if I'm getting a horse, it's a Clydesdale. Okay? Every time. Every time. Like if your car breaks down and needs to be towed, no problem. No problem, mate. Your whole house needs moved on wheels, no problem, mate. Hey, bother. They're so massive. So massive. So massive. I'm scared of heights, right? I'm scared of heights. So for me, it would definitely need to be some sort of like Roman / gypsy chariot on the back. Okay. 100%. 100%. And if we weren't on a road, I'll just walk beside it. You know what I mean? Let's walk beside it. Come on, Steve. Off we pop. But Clydesdales, man. I mean, and here's another thing, right? This is why we're on the side quest of horses. There's equestrian saddles and then there's Western saddles, right? Equestrian saddles, you just grip the horse with your thighs. Do you, Is that what you do, Is that what you do, So if the horse is this wide, okay? Where am I? Okay, so that's the first thing. Just grip it with your thighs. Nah. So then you go to the Western saddle, right? Which in your head, you think to yourself, I've seen this in movies. I'm familiar with this, right? It's got that thing that you can hold on to, right? Because I'm not being funny. I'm not caring what's going on with a horse when it's calm. None of this has got anything to do with a calm horse. But if that horse starts going and bucking up, I'm not squeezing my thighs to stay on. Are you mad? I need something. Now, ladies, boys, I've got a sensitive part of my body, and I cannot understand how America went so long with the cowboys and Indians with these saddles. Because I'm seeing a lot of like, if this is my area and this is the saddle, there's a lot of fucking this happening, right? I don't get it, man. I don't get it. So, little horse and carriage for me. I'm fine with that. I want a miniature pig. Yes. But I'm telling you, man, I'm telling you, the birth rate during the whole, what was that period in American history called? What was it called? Like that period of time where Revenant time, the pioneer era, birth rates must have been terrible because there is some stuff getting smashed to smithereens. And I mean, and what if you're in a situation you can't even do it? The horse is galloping, there's a crocodile coming after you, and it's just, and you've just got to sit there and take it. Oh no. So anyway, yeah, I don't know how we're on to this. Horses, apparently. Anyway, Diddy. What was I talking about? What had Bev just said? Bev had just said something, and then I went on a side quest. What did Bev say? Let's go back to this. Oh, Abramovich. Yeah. So when we talk about the darkness in Hollywood, the cabal, this topper echelon, right? And I'm going to quote Big Homie here because he went into quite some detail. Let's open up. Let's get some. There you go. There's the man. Oh wait. Let's not get ourselves freaking. Just give us a picture, Big Homie. Just a picture of you sitting, doing something. Just give us something. Nothing. Nope. Nothing. There we go. Oh, you're smoking though. Okay, there we go. Oh no, that's a video too. Never mind. You can just, there we go. We'll just leave it here. So the cabal, okay, this upper echelon, for years and years and years, I've been talking about it. Met Beverly. You know, it was great to not have to explain anything to someone. And then I met Big Homie, and once again, you know, it was even funnier because Big Obi and I butted heads when we first met. And then we bonded as brothers. It was hilarious. I think he thought it was very much he referred to me as a podcaster, right? And I was like, man, watch this video and then you come back and talk to me. And we've been bros ever since. But we've all been speaking about this for years, and we've all dealt with it on different levels. Me, very much the online world, whether it's organized crime, whether it's individuals. Big homie, the same in real life. The wonderful Miss Beverly Road, sadly, across multiple levels, has been involved with these horrors for most of her life, in one way or another. But you have to understand, this isn't just about money. Okay, the people that I butt heads with and the people that I've dealt with throughout my career, it's definitely all about money, right? Don't get it twisted. There's levels to this. And when we talk about the cabal, this is nothing to do with cartels or organized crime or human transportation in the ways that you think it does. There is this common man level of crime. And when I say common man, I mean right the way up to the level of the Diddies is the common man crime. Okay, if we, the common man, can witness it, it is the common man level of crime. But there's another level that we do not witness. Okay, you know, there's the corporate side of crime that a lot of us don't witness. But then there's this untouchable tier on the cabal pyramid. And that is probably the only layer of the pyramid that's never changed for centuries. Same names, same families, same bloodlines. And, Russell Brand, there was a big story put out about Russell Brand last year, the year before, right at the peak of his internet career. And it's interesting when you look at the series of events concerning that man, because at one point in his career, you could have said he would have done anything for fame, said anything, done anything for fame. And he was deep within the British culture when he was at the peak of his regular media career. Then he met a certain lady, went across to America, and went, nah, I'm all right, mate. Got rid of that lady and came back here and started talking about a whole different series of events in the world on the internet. And it's amazing what you can do with nameless, faceless contacts, if you will. And then the legislation that they tried to push through around the same time with Russell Brand to protect our children. We then seen, of all the people in the world, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle say that they're going to be taking a stance to protect our kids online. Are you having a laugh? Where's that? Where's all that gone? Right? There are so many situations that can be created to facilitate or orchestrate what's in the hidden hand. Take it easy, James. Much love. And it's often what's in the hand that we can't see that the true intentions are getting ready to be played with. Mimi Turner, how are you? And this whole lawsuit, this whole distraction, this whole facade, the fact that, excuse me, I am enjoying this way too much. The fact that this lawsuit, these distractions are getting thrown out at a time where Jaguar Wright has just received an award for, I can't remember what the award was, service to awesome, whatever it is. Big Homie is seeing more traction than he ever has before while staying active. Right? If Big Homie had just taken the fame and went and relived his glory days and signed off, I think they probably would have been all right with that. You know, Big Homie wouldn't have been okay because you ain't stopping him. You know what I'm saying? I've seen his end result that he wants. You know, I'm freaking here for it, man. Oh. Understatement. Do you know what, Annette? It's almost like, right? It's almost like people have started to notice the regular areas in which young people seem to be taken from. And we looked at a news report yesterday, Annette, where over 200 children were misclassified as adults when they were coming into this country on boats looking for asylum. Now, can you see a problem with a bunch of kids being labeled as adults and housed with adults on a situation like this? Because natural disasters and natural or unnatural, forced or natural shiftings of a population, when people become an administrative number, there is always a percentage of success. Even if there's a failing, you're allowed a certain amount of failing and for things to still be a success. And if you're dealing with avocados, it's not really a big deal. But when it's people, when it's earthquakes, I said this on a live stream, one of the best things for the Cabal, right, is an earthquake in somewhere like Haiti, right? What a gift to the Cabal. A whole bunch of impoverished, displaced children. Some of them with no records. Oh, man. Like, I imagine if it existed and it wasn't just a conspiracy, there might be a certain political family that would try and step in with some sort of charitable, mask to swoop in, and a whole bunch of administrative numbers don't add up, shall we say. So yeah, it's crazy. It really, 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 really is crazy. All right, let's see what we've got going on in this side chat here. Oh yeah, I mean, listen, we all knew that anyway. The fact that this is the third or fourth time Big Homie has had to countersue, what a nightmare. It's just a pain in the backside. Nothing short of that. Yeah, in fact, you could say they're all mad made if you want. That's not my. I'm not bothered about that point. You can throw that in there 100%. Great Pyramid. Nah, it's got to be a German Shepherd. Hell yeah, Rosanna. Hell yeah. I've got a cousin named Rosanna on my dad's side. It's called weather to provide opportunities for darkness. That is deep. That is deep. Ron, have you heard the reading narration of Cassie's testament to all Diddy's done? No. I keep trying to find wait, hang on. Cassie. Oh, that's Cassie Ventura. No. No, I've not. I've read a bunch though. Like the timeline of events and all of this is just insane. Yeah, Pearl Sugars, they create the earthquake. collect the fit young men and little ones. Weather manipulation and climate change works great for them. It really does. It really does. Oh, and Big Mike's recording now. Is Big Mike back from Thailand yet? I have to message him when he's back. I've not caught up with him. I messaged him when he was in Thailand, and he got back to me. So I need to give him a shout. A Timberwolf puppy. Yes. Yes. I would definitely take a Timberwolf pup. Anything big, wolfy, German Shepherdy, I'm all for that. But I have never in my life experienced a dog like a German Shepherd. Thor was just the best friend I've ever had in my whole life. Ever. You know, there's a reason why I never ever felt alone, even when I was alone. His name is Dog. I like. Rottweilers are great too. Rotties are wonderful. I'd love a Rottweiler too. Just not for a familiar. I'd take a Doberman, right? You know, the Doberman's the only breed of dog in the world that you can train to silently creep up behind someone like a mountain lion, right? They don't bark, nothing. They're the opposite of a German Shepherd. Oh, yeah, there's white German Shepherds. I don't know, black German Shepherd. We've only had German Shepherds. Yeah, they're freaking awesome, man. You know what I'm saying? Plus, I'm a bit clumsy. I'm going to stand on the dog at some point. You know what I'm saying? At some point, it's going to happen. So they need to be sturdy. You know what I mean? So a bull mastiff. See, there's a big difference. Even though a bull mastiff and a German Shepherd, you know, if you turned them sideways and drew around them, there's not a lot scale up or scale down. There's a big difference. There's a big difference in what a mastiff needs compared to a shepherd. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. No. Yeah. No. I'm loving all your suggestions. I also want 2 sausage dogs because they're adorable. Do you know what I mean? Because again, you need to get 2 because I'm definitely going to stand on 1. All right. I'm kidding. Yeah, mine passed away last year too. It sucks. We've got a rescue dog from Bosnia. Hell yeah. That's freaking awesome. That is awesome. There was years ago when I first got Thor, the park where I walked him, there was a lady and her husband that had moved from Japan, and they walked their dog, which was a golden, like a Labrador, right? Like a Labrador energy Labrador, the golden one. And obviously, if you're from Japan and you speak Japanese, your dog is only going to speak Japanese, right? And there's nothing peculiar about that. But when you see stood in your own park and there's these 2 Japanese people speaking to the dog in Japanese, it blew my mind. It blew my mind. Makes perfect sense, right? Makes perfect sense. You know, I mean, it would get if you sort of put your hand out and you said, "Give us a paw" in English, it would kind of get what you were saying because your hand was out. No, I never lived in Japan. I was just in. This couple had moved from Japan and brought their dog, and they were just in the park. I'm shouting, you know, Thor, come! They're shouting to their dog in Japanese. It was awesome. The dog will not speak it. Yes. The dog did not speak Japanese. It understood the Japanese. It didn't understand the Japanese. It just the commands are in Japanese. Did it? Channel 4 directly has popped up on my YouTube called Inside Britain's AA scandal, Operation U Tree. Has anyone seen it? Let's have a look. All right. It's just popped up on YouTube. And it's permanently with abuse of children against the English media. Wow. Oh yeah, this looks like it's going to be a barrel of laughs. There's a link in the side chat anyway. Yeah. All right. Sweet. Well, that's definitely one for when the stream's done. Let's just pull this up. There we go. Yeah, that looks like a good one. I'll read you what it says. Strong language contains discussions around. Hang on. There we go. Strong language contains everything before diaries. The program reveals the impact of Operation Uchi had on Sir Cliff, Paul, and Neil's lives, families, careers, and reputations. Watch the full episode of Footsteps of an Unaliver. Watch full episode of Banged Up Here. Okay. Doesn't really tell us too much else. But definitely one to watch. Looks good. Can't watch it in the United States. God damn it. Oh yeah, Beverly's freaking badass, man. Oh wow. Damn. That's what you were referring to. Okay, damn. Yeah, we all love you, Bev. Sending out the good vibes. And what? Yeah, all right. So, just to sort of recap, the lawsuit. Luckily, we're all smart enough to see it for what it is. And again, these things attack people on the level that they feel is necessary to remove their voice, to remove their traction, to remove their platform. All right. And it's so frustrating because we've seen people go after individuals and then go after the platforms, go after how people support themselves financially, all of these things. And it's a dirty, dirty tactic that's being used by individuals that prop up the mindset that children are a commodity, that people can be a commodity. Worst of all, children. And like I say, the world awoke, the world opened its eyes when lockdown happened. People started to fill their lives with questions and the search for answers. It's hard as somebody, a viewer, a follower, a fan, to be able to sift through all the nonsense. And for 90% of you, it seems to be no problem. So I just want to say thank you to all of you guys for your support. Whether it's me, whether it's Sean, Jag, Big Homie, anyone else, Beverly. You know, I thank you for for being there for all of us. So you're awesome. I'm going to go and get working on this next live stream. I want to do a little Julia update, and it's now 3:30. Do we do it today? If it's not up, it'll be up in the. I might have to do it in the morning. It might need to be a morning show, and then end with this show each day for the day for the daytime. Sorry, I'm talking out loud here. Yeah. Your mic cuts in and out. You know that I'm stopping, right? When I'm stopping talking. Thank you, Pam. Thank you, Pam. Legend. I think it's me stopping talking. Yeah, I will. I will. How we doing, Francesca? How we doing? I'm just reading the last of your wonderful people's side chats here. I think Beverly's the same as us. I mean, Beverly's, you know, a bit of a lucky duck where she can sort of see the truth regardless if we are blinded. If we are simply blinded by who these people are, she can see through. Oh, not that that's what's happening, of course. So, yeah. Good luck at the shop, Susan. Was proper no man's land. I was. It was crazy. Wonderful support. Yeah, we love you, Bev. Ron, I'm recording you, so I'll send it now. What are you talking about? Why are you recording me? Oh, the mic cutting in and out. Okay. Right, 1 second. Sorry, yeah, I forgot that we were talking about it. Hang on. It may be time to get a new microphone cable. Because it definitely ain't the mic. Oh, I wonder if it's the noise gate. Let's turn the noise gate off. Turn this up to maybe here. Let's check that out. Ron is shy. I don't know if shy is a word I would use to record to describe Ron. I'll be honest. But yeah, no, Ron, you're breaking in and out. Sounds fine. Sounds okay to me. Yeah, if it's okay to Julesy and it's okay to Mac, then it's not a me problem. Sound has been fine. Yeah, so it's a your guys' problem. Yeah, Sarah, what is happening, my G? Yeah, but again, it's wild that the lawyer sat on the channel and spoke with Jag and spoke with Big Homie, all the while knowing that she has these accusations in this lawsuit. It's just mad. The whole thing's mad. No, I think Big Homie's still on the other side of the pond. Well, I mean, the whole thing's just been a bit mad. Like, Courtney, mad. The book, mad. The lawyer, mad. All these crazy lawsuits, mad. You don't think Ariel ever spoke with Big Homie? I see. I don't know if you could be right. I have this memory of seeing Courtney and Homie. I can't remember if it was the night that she was on. So you could be absolutely right. You could be absolutely right, Helena. I don't think she knew then Jag asked her to represent her. Okay. This week we're looking at Megan, so I was thinking Justin Bieber plus Gene Hackman. We've got a druid on the Awaken show too. True story. Yeah. Because we've got two shows on Thursday. Remote viewing and The Awakening with Beverly Rose. Mm. No, it was Jag and Courtney. I think you're right. I think you're right. I think you're right. What a crazy ride this has been, though, with the whole Diddy thing. It's been a bit mad the last few months. I'm not going to lie. Like, what a roller coaster. Like, it really has. Met some good apples, met some bad apples, met some just regular apples. See, whatever happened to the freaking hard drives? Yeah. Carlo, do you know who she reminds me of? Do you know any female cartel member you've ever seen in any TV adaptation of anything to do with female cartel members? She could be cast as any female cartel leader in any TV adaptation of anything. If you get my vibe. With a name like the Black Widow or something, just daytime TV cheese. You know what I'm saying? 100%. It's just cray cray. But yeah, we've got bugger. We've got a lot more to come this week. The emails I need to get through for the updates with Julia. And I think what I might start doing because I'd quite like to be able to get in. Do you know what? I need to go and do some thinking about these shows. You know, I really do. We need some fresh blood as well. Ron could do with some new co-hosts, I think, as well. So, like, what do you guys like? For example, we've got the Diddy case, we've got Julia's case, right? What would you like to use? What would you guys like me to cover more of every day, right? Whether it's a collection of all the stuff that I seem to be interested, that you're all interested in, conspiracies and weird news and all this stuff. Do you want me to go into more about the Cabal each day? Do you want me to paint a picture that explains? Yes, white German shepherds do exist. Yes. True crime. Don't know how to work a Samsung phone. Nah, Ron's having one of these existential crises in his brain right now. All right. Crime. Yes, Cabal, please. Okay. Yeah, Truth Crusade. I would love to. Lulu, okay, Luli, okay. But Diddy. Oh, anything but the Diddy. Okay, yeah, okay. Illuminati, MK Ultra. How to spot a bad person. Okay. Cabal. No, I know I don't need a co-host. Okay. Ron to your card. Ron's like Ron's having a day today. All right. Ron is having a day today. Okay, Ultra. Masons and their magic. How to win the lottery. Oh, how good would that be? Like, do you know how badly I would abuse psychic powers if I had psychic powers where I could predict gambling stuff? I mean, I would abuse it so much. Like, there would be absolutely no ethics at all. At all. Do you know what I mean? And every time I did it, Beverly Rhodes would be looking at me with this judgmental look in her eye, and then I would just hit her with a new upgraded Beverly Mobile that does an extra 5 miles an hour, and I'd be like, "See, yeah, This one also goes in water. Yeah. Didn't see that coming, did you, Bev? Now you're doing all that. Yeah. Yeah. See how difficult it is to come to terms with Ron's heading back at the casino when you're yes. I have watched Area 51, the movie, the found footage movie. Beautiful. Yeah, I don't know if she liked me very much, Elizabeth. I'll be honest with you. I don't know if I made a very good impression. But that's okay. That's okay. Some pagan stuff, leatherwork stuff. Oh yeah, I need once I've got see, in saying that. Amsterdam, what is happening, Joe? I tell you what, Amsterdam is mad. I've never been, right? But man, it is such an interesting culture over there. It really is. Like canals, right? Where do you live? On a canal. What, mate? Mental. National Thatch. Everybody got kicked from the Discord, mate. Absolutely everybody did. It was nuked. Go to the website for more information. Like, is it like is no one else? Does no one else realize that a canal boat is a Wish.com super yacht in my head, right? Like, do you know how badly I want to go on a canal boating holiday? Right? I'm just saying. Like, you cannot get up enough speed to do any damage to anyone unless I mean unless you really are some sort of psychopath, right? Just hello there. Yes. Yes. What is happening? Oh, Kala, I don't think it actually is in the link tree. Now that I think about it. Hang on. But just tell people to look on the website, man. Try not to talk about it too much in the side chat. Live stream donations, PayPal, Twitter. Nah, it's not. Just go to the website. Like, but I tell you what, they don't tell you about the aqueducts, right? Because I'm telling you now. Nah. A big bridge. A big water bridge, right? A big water bridge, aye. Yeah? Yeah. The boat's this wide, the water bridge is this wide. Sound, mate. Yeah. Oh, aye. Yeah, no bother. Oh, yeah. You live on a canal. You live on a canal, Pearl. Is that what you're saying? Because you have just become the most fascinating person in the side chat. I'm just saying. 'Cause- No, no, Emma, I'm going to be honest. That is my idea of a living nightmare. I used to have a friend on YouTube, right? When we were doing the bushcraft stuff. His channel exploded, right? I mean, exploded. And he kept threatening to do a charity hot air balloon where if he raised £50,000, I would have to go in a hot air balloon. And here's the thing. I don't care. I'll send 50 grand back to every single person that donated, right? I will send all the money back and to explain to them just how much of a terrible mistake they have made. Okay. A hot, okay. Okay. Let's stop saying hot air balloon. Let's call it as it is. Okay. It's a wicker basket. Wicker. I'm just going to weave a little biscuit. Ooh. Right? That they then take a tiny jet engine, right? Off a jet, right? And then you fill up a bag with hot air. And the only way of getting down is what? Less air? I don't know. It's just not for me, mate. It's just not for me. A wicker basket. Nah, mate. Nah. A Boeing 747 is about the right size. Like, about the right size. A wicker basket, mate. Do you know how terrifying turbulence is in a wicker basket in a plane? All of that. But then you're up in a hot air balloon attached to a wicker basket. Everyone's all of this madness. Nah, 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 nah. And then all of a sudden the geese start migrating in that. And it's like this. Da, 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 I'm in the sun, I'm in the sun. And as all the geese are coming towards the hot air balloon, and you guys are like, you're throwing everything out to make it lighter. It's no heavy. You need, I see. This is where the problem. I'm all I'm saying is no, nah. And that's not for me. It's the same with those. It's the same with those bungee ball things. Nah, nah, nah. Will I sit inside this little ball while you shoot me up in the air? No, 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 no. Yes, what Bev said. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome. I mean, don't get me wrong, okay? If like I was stuck in a volcano and the only way to get out was on a hot air balloon, I'm getting on the hot air balloon, okay? Just to be clear. But I also want to point out if I'm stuck on a desert island and you come to rescue me in a hot air balloon, just to be a complete, I'm staying on the island. I'm staying on the island. You can go and get a boat. All right, you can come back in a boat. I'll wait it out for another 4 weeks. All right, suddenly all this king crab, it don't taste so bad. I'm just saying. Yep. Yes, I could. You want to bring it through? Okay, 1 second. Apparently, there has been a punami and Dan needs some assistance. So just all sit tight and I will be back in a second. Wow. I just need to say that. Do you know, I need a coffee after that, right? So just stay there, and then I'm going to come back. We're going to have a coffee, and then we're done. So just bear with me. I'll be like 2-3 minutes, and I'll be right back. You all can hear me, right? You all can hear me. Not understand. Are you messing with me? Because I'll be honest, I can do without it. Did he go to the loot? No, I'm here. You can hear me. All right. All right, I'll be 3 minutes. I'll be 3 minutes. All right. Thanks, everybody. Okay. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Apologies about that. And let's turn this down a little bit. There we go. All right. Jesus, that was emotional. You misses, I don't know, man. I'm not interested. Nice, love the psychic stuff. The wonderful Azria still with us. Get coffee. Oh, yeah. Okay, here we go. Here's Bev. Oh my God, Jesus Christ. Oh man. Man. Beverly gave me the goddamn fright of my life. The beep. The beep. When you came in, it went beep. And I jumped out of my skin. Like absolutely jumped out of my skin. Yeah. How are you doing? How are you doing? What has been happening? How's your day going?
I'm okay, thank you. How are you? You all good?
Oh yeah, the wonderful Nova just having a catastrophic punami that required 2 parents. You know, one of us to just hold her little arms up like this while the other one frantically wipes her so she can't touch herself in any way. And she's now upstairs in the bath, right?
Oh, bless her. Yeah, I just saw some of the little bits of smiles coming through. It's so cute. And it
Oh
looks
yeah,
like she's going to have a dimple on the side. I saw this. So
yeah,
sweet.
probably. I'm the king of the dimples. Do you know what I'm saying? So
Oh.
all my kids have got their dad's crater dimples.
Oh, that's so lovely. Well, I
Yeah,
just thought I'd pop in to say hello to everyone and say
awesome.
hello to everyone in the chat as well before I go off and do some other bits that I have to do shortly, which
Yeah,
is going to be nice. And also to talk about what we're going to be doing, because I know a lot of individuals want to understand about remote viewing and what
yeah,
we're going to do in remote viewing. So the show that we've put together is to allow individuals to see the target,
yeah,
which will be on the side, and then to send, as they're getting their information coming through, using their spidey senses, their extra sensory perception, using those spidey senses. They can
yeah.
then put all that in the chat. And then towards the end of the show, as you know, we will reveal the picture because it's going to be based on a photograph.
Yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm
It's going to
excited.
be fun.
This is very much my kind of thing where I said to Bev, right, listen, right, you know that I'm just trying to like create this Hogwarts vibe. We need people want to be part, like we need to give people fun things they can get involved in. And the obvious one was the remote viewing, because I think it's any of you in the side chat that realize you've got a gift and start getting any hits is going to be mind-blowing for all of you. And I'm excited to hear what everyone thinks, and that will be starting on Thursday before the main Awakening show. Is that right? It's beforehand, right? Yeah, it's beforehand.
Yeah, and then of course we've got the other new one as well, which is it's like a remote viewing Dragon's Den type of thing.
Yeah,
where we look at the energies around the product, we look at the energies around a brand, or we look at the energies around maybe one of those, very clever people that can invent all sorts of fantastic things. We look at the energies around that, and then we say, what is the probability of that particular product being successful, and what they need to change or how they need to change it in order for it to be successful. So we've got 2 inventors that have already approached us, and they have had a look at it, and they're ready to go. So whenever we're ready to start, we just have to think of a name for it, because I don't have any idea of name.
We'll figure that out. And the other one to keep an eye out for was our historical remote viewing cold case and true crime special that we're piecing together, because people often say remote viewing, let's combine it with true crime. And for me, like if I was living relatives of a recent case or anything like that, and we start making content, it just seems really messed up. So the Egyptians, back in the Egyptian era, they seem fair game. The Romans, right? Queen Victoria era, that seems all fair game. Plenty of cold cases from throughout history. And you guys get to kind of play along. That's the kind of thing. It's finding that balance between, if Ron had his way, it would be 8-hour lectures on PowerPoint, university style, which is Beverly and her friends just lecturing us taking notes. Okay, that's what it would be. We've got to kind of make it palatable, and I think it's get people training on the remote viewing, get a few of those under our belt. And then be like, right, so we're going to do our first community cold case. We're going to look at, Jack the Ripper or one of the Romans that was assassinated or something. And just kind of get into the swing of it all in a way that's fun, but isn't horribly disrespectful, if that makes sense. So, I mean,
and there's lots that we can do. I mean, we could even look at, the boy King Tut. That's a really nice one, because there's lots of information available. And I think it could be really good fun. The one that's really been bugging me a lot has been, because there's no leads and there's no information, but I think there might be family members still around, and that's the Versace case, because the Versace case obviously was an unalived one. But I think in view of, things that are circulating, that could be a really good one, because
that could be
come up with nothing.
Is his sister not? So, in saying that could be, That could be an interesting one to look into.
Yeah, so as you say, not to be disrespectful, but
Yeah.
I do know that could be really interesting, because the Versace case, they just never had many leads, and it has. But I think I've got to find out from how long does it take before it becomes a cold case.
Yeah.
So, and there are a lot of cold cases in various countries that we could, if we wanted to, we could have a look at and see.
Yeah, definitely, 100%.
Maybe our viewers and people in the chat, we can ask everyone to put some comments in, so that, because we're busy preparing that as a show, give us some ideas of what you would like to see. Obviously, Egypt is great. It's lots of fun, and the boy King Tut, that would be amazing. And then anything else that you think is also good. Someone's mentioning here the Atlanta child murders. So there's those that are coming up as well. So have a look and see if there's anything else like that too.
Yeah, that's a great one too. And like I say, we'll look into this. We'll get a short list, and then you guys can kind of vote on it all, because it's a good one. Okay, well, look, I need to go and help the wonderful Dan. I can hear chaos ensuing, and I'll be back probably in the morning. I'm going to try and do this. I really want to get a second show in each day, one that's varied from this one.
Oh, there she is. I can hear her. There's the little sparrow. Oh, it's just so cute.
Cutie pie. She's a cutie pie. But yeah, she's just come out the bath, and she's not a happy girl, and I think Mum deserves a coffee. So we will touch base again. If I don't see you tonight, I will definitely see you in the morning, and then again in the afternoon. Tomorrow it might be a series of pilot shows in the morning until we kind of decide and get one right. And we'll see what happens. But Bev, thanks for coming and joining me.
It's a pleasure. And we're up for experiments, aren't we? There's somebody, there's one and one is two. I said, my friend is a scientist, would love to do some remote viewing experiments. Well, I've got a group of 130 in the Remote Viewing Alliance, so there's loads of people that we could do experiments with, and we're always up for that, for sure. Thank you. So nice to see everyone here. Thank you, Ron, and have a lovely time with the little wee one.
Yeah, I will. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. We'll see you again.